Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy, and today I'll be showing you how to beat the Easter egg and how to build the shield in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map, Hearthstone Tavern. I stream custom zombies on Wednesdays, so subscribe if you're interested. And now without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing you'll want to do is turn on power. To do this, you must turn on the 4 engines around the map. Turning them on will spawn these creatures, and you'll need to survive for a brief period of time while it charges up. I recommend trying to do all 4 engines on round 1 to make this a bit easier. There is 1 engine right at spawn, 1 is in the room with Electric Cherry, 1 is in the room with Speed Cola, and 1 is in the room with Double Tap. If you need extra points, I recommend shooting the hidden stuffed bird thingies that look like porks from Star Wars. Each one gives you an extra 1500 points, and shooting 5 of them will give you a free perk. There are 7 porgs hidden around the map. There is 1 above the bar window at spawn, 1 is above the door to the left of the fireplace at spawn, 1 is on the chandelier in the room with Electric Cherry, 1 is on the rafters in the room with Speed Cola, 1 is on one of the windows in the room with Jug, 1 is on one of the rafters in the room with Double Tap, and 1 is in the room with Pack-a-Punch on the ceiling. Once you've turned on power, you will then need to release pressure in order to use the teleporter. To do this, you'll first need to find a valve. You can find them either from a zombie dropping one, or finding one somewhere around the map. They spawn randomly each game, but here is where I'm seeing them. There is 1 on one of the shelves in the hallway, 1 is to the left of Jug. They can be on the bunk beds in the room with Speed Cola, on one of the bookshelves by the desk in the room with Double Tap, to the left of Double Tap on this shelf, to the left of the mystery box, behind the bar at spawn near Deadshot, or to the left of the door in the room with Jug. Once you have a valve, find one of the pipes that needs one and place a valve on it. You'll also want to make sure you fully spin the valve. Here are all the locations that I've seen the pipes in, but there are probably more. The locations of the pipes changes each game, but you'll need to release pressure in a total of 5 pipes. One possible location is next to the tree in the room with the teleporter, another is in the doorway of the room with Electric Cherry, 1 is to the right of the window in the room with Electric Cherry, 1 possible location is next to the ladder at spawn, 1 is possibly right near the fireplace at spawn, there is 1 next to the engine generator at spawn, 1 is in the hallway to the right of the M1927 wall by, possibly in the entryway for the room with Jug, 1 is in the room with Speed Cola near the furnace, or possibly next to the door across from Double Tap. After you've placed down all 5 valves and turned them, you'll then need to obtain the Hearthstone. Head to the fireplace at spawn and shoot the glowing stone on top of the mantle. Then pick the Hearthstone up. You will now be able to teleport to Pack-a-Punch. Head to the room to the left of the fireplace at spawn and take the teleporter for 1000 points. Once there, place the Hearthstone on the altar and interact with it when you're ready to return to spawn. You'll now need to locate and open up the vault. Head to the room with Double Tap and find the safe behind the desk. It's locked. To open it, you must first perform 3 rituals. Find the cauldron in the room with Jug and interact with it. This will spawn an item for the first ritual. They appear at random, but this is the order I've done them in. For the fire crystal ritual, you will need to find the fireplace with the blue glow in it and place the fire crystal in it. Wait about 30 seconds for it to be complete. Then pick it up and find the next fireplace with the blue glow in it. There are 4 fireplaces you'll need to place it in, and the order you place it in is random. They are located at spawn, in the room with Electric Cherry, in the room with Double Tap, and in the room with the teleporter. You'll know you've completed this ritual when the word above the cauldron disappears. Head back to the cauldron and place the fire crystal in it. Then interact with the cauldron again to start the next ritual. For the gold ingot ritual, you'll need to place the gold inside the furnace found across from Speed Cola and collect souls in it. Once you have enough souls, pick up the gold ring from the furnace. Then head back to the cauldron and place the ring in it. Interact with the cauldron to spawn another ritual. For the blood sacrifice ritual, pick up the blood vial from the cauldron. You'll then need to kill zombies and pick up the blood that drops. You'll know you've obtained enough blood when the text above the cauldron disappears. Once you have enough blood, interact with the cauldron to complete the ritual. Once you've completed all the rituals, the keys for the safe will appear in the cauldron. Head to the safe and use the keys to open it up. Pick up the Book of Souls from inside. You'll now need to collect souls for the Book of Souls in the 6 different locations around the map. This can be done in any order. There is 1 location in the room with Double Tap, 1 is in the room with Speed Cola, 1 is in the room with Jug, 1 is in spawn, 1 is in the room with the teleporter, and 1 is in the room with Electric Cherry. Find the ritual circles in these areas and place the book down to start collecting souls. Once you've collected enough souls in each area, don't forget to pick the book back up. When you've collected enough souls that are ready for the boss fight, take the teleporter to Pack-a-Punch and place down the book on the altar. Then interact with the altar once you're ready to take on the boss. Before you go, you may want to build the shield, so here's how to do that. In order to build the shield, you'll need to find 3 parts. the backplate, the disc, and the horns. The backplate is found either by the fireplace in the room with double tap, behind the desk in the room with double tap, or in the room with Speed Cola to the right of the engine. The disc is found either on the bench, down the hall from the M1927 wall by, on the floor of the sword rack to the right of the M1927 wall by, or in the room with Jug. And the horns are found either on the small table to the left of stamina, or under the tree in the room with the teleporter. Once you have all three parts, you can build the shield at the build table to the right of Electric Cherry. When you're ready for the boss fight, head to the Pack-a-Punch room and interact with the altar. For the boss fight, I recommend having a gun that does a lot of damage. You don't have to worry too much about ammo, as the boss fight is very generous with max ammos. I went in with the SG-12 and the M1927, both double packed. The SG-12 did a ton of damage to the boss and also quickly destroyed the crystals for that phase of the boss fight, so I highly recommend it. Also be very careful not to fall off the arena during the fight. It will kill you. The boss fight has a few phases. For the first phase, there will be these bright light thingies in the arena. For the next phase, the arena will shrink, and then for the last phase, massive ice spikes will spawn from the ground. You can shoot them to destroy them. Having an upgraded SG-12 made this part of the boss fight a lot easier. Once you've completed all three phases, you'll listen to a bunch of dialogue, and then the Lich King will fly to the top of the stairs. Shoot him to finish him off. Completing the boss fight will teleport you back to spawn and award you with Perkaholic. And that's it! I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!